on yes, I've been talking about this series for a long time, for a very long time, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys the full details of. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, everyone. Okay. Let me just give it a shot. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. And yes, this is my YouTube channel. My name is Isaac, and I don't know how to give all this amazing intro. I hope you guys will like my intro anyway. So to get to the main deal of today, yes, I'm talking about yes. Today is just for my people out there that are the beginner friendly. Like, well, I say beginner friendly. Yes, I'm talking about just beginner level programmer or beginner level software engineers that are out there they are getting themselves first dirty with what Python. They're getting themselves dirty with Python, and they want to know how to program, you know, do all this way stuff, build software, build app, build all this awesome app for themselves, build all this crazy web application, build all this software school, all this cool software for themselves and stuff like that. So into this talk, I feel like wow, this is gonna be cool. I have working on yes, I've been talking about this series for a long time, for a very long time, and in today's video, I'll be giving you guys the full details of how it works. So Python is a programming language, and Python has a lot of stuff you can benefit from. It's like a monofunctional programming language. It has a lot of vitals and vital important stuff you can enjoy dealing with it or putting yourself dirty with it and just playing with it anyway. So, yep, I don't have to talk more. I go straight into the deal of the day. And the deal of the day is what? To get my beginner level out there, the element of playing with Python, dealing with Python, building awesome software for themselves, and to learn how to play with the basics. Let's just get to just get with fundamentals. Most times, programming and software engineering always this with coding sometimes, and sometimes you have to deal with the technical stuff, documentations, and all this hacking stuff like that. And I don't talk much. I've been talking much already, so. So to cut the long story short, let me just go straight to the point. Yes, I'll be talking about the what Python, the basis of Python, fundamental of Python, and yes, most times when you want to learn how to program, learn how to build software, you have to learn how to build from scratch, learn how to deal with the basics because most crazy guys you're seeing out there, like air code crazy guys you're seeing nowadays, are those software, those guys you are spending out there, you are what, that they are giving you vibe out there. They start from somewhere too. They have this knowledge or building something cool for themselves, and at the end, they will what make themselves what valuable to companies that they are working for or for themselves. Some of them might be self-employed. Some of them might be working for the big companies like the FANG companies out there, the Facebook, Amazon, Google, and stuff like that. So, and that's just mine. Let me just get straight to the point already. Yes. Today's video is for the beginner level out there, and if you're not a beginner level, I don't think this video will be valuable to you. But you can feel free to watch just to give yourself a little review of what you've learned so far about what you've known so far about Python programming, Python software. Let me put it that way. And what else? And that's just it. I think most times programming has to deal with basis. When you're cool with basis, you can decide to move into any field you want to move in because this tech world is multi-dimensional. It encompasses a lot of what usage. I can decide to use my Python programming language knowledge to dive into software programming. I decide to use my Python programming knowledge to dive into web applications, web programming. I decide to use my Python knowledge to what to into data analysis or data science. What I can use my Python programming language to to move into AI, this artificial intelligence world, which is the what the detective AI and what's it called, the native AI stuff like that, and it's just so awesome and so much functional. Let me put it that way. So yesterday is just basis, giving just a little fundamentals. I think I will have to spend like up to an hour on this video for it to just get you guys out there with the basis of Python and put it that way. So I yes basis. Let me go to the straight to the point. Yes basis. These are the things we're covering today, and if you are cool with this five key steps, 5 key points I'm talking about, I think you don't really have much to dive into, or you don't really have much to what to know, and you can with these 5 key points. If you're okay with this 5 key points, this video my 5 key points I've listed here, you can decide to move into the advanced part of programming, either the OOPs, either the either moving into something, either moving into the field you're really passionate about, either web apps, either a web developer or a software developer or a mobile app developer or any kind of field you want to dive into from Python. Because as a Python software engineer, I can try to move into mobile apps like using Flutter Wave. Sorry, I said Flutter Wave. I using Flutter. Flutter is a cross platform mobile SDKs that you can use to build a web to build a mobile for yourself. Used to be the mobile for yourself. So I can try to use. So that's just it. And the reason why I'm talking about Flutter is because Flutter does this with UI for UI and the backend for yourselves. And if you are most time dealing with all this fintech web apps, all this fintech mobile mobile phone, they are using APIs at the back end. Like for example, OP is a well-known fintech mobile apps that are making use of APIs at the back end. So I cannot write their API. I don't know if OP is using Python as that web app backend APIs, and I can use any language you want, and just depends on how it is being built or the functional stuff of the backend. Or let me put it that way. So I I just explain what are the uses of Python, what are the benefits you enjoy learning the Python from scratch. Yes, I talk about building web apps, building mobile apps using the like. Most times I think there are some. I'll make a special video on that. There's some platform, there's some tools now or SDKs now that will make you guys to build a full-fledged mobile app for yourself using your Python knowledge or Python softwares, and you don't need to learn all this stuff I mentioned earlier about Flutter or using this Kotlin for Java for your native apps, or using the Swift or the Objective-C for iOS apps. So there's some communities that are coming up, this new technologies that are coming up every day. That's just what technology is all about. It's just very dynamic, and if you want to stay updated about what is trending, what is being used about the software you want to learn, you just have to join the community or to always figure it out how to do this stuff on your own by checking online, by being always active on which technology is trending and which one to use, or which one is best for the solutions or for the product you want to build. Let me put it that way. So I will create a special video on that especially, and this is a video for beginner level. I don't want to go deep into the advanced part of software. So yes, let me go back to where I was talking about. So yes, I talk about basic data type, I talk about variable and values, I talk about inputs, building custom functions and building functions. I'll talk about decision making. Yes, decision making stuff that you need to dive into inside this Python programming tool and the basic arithmetic. I think with this knowledge, it's just a wide topic. I think with this the 5 key points I'm discussing here, you'll be able to go home or have this basic knowledge of Python programming and put it that way. So yes, just watch it to the end and let's move from the first. We'll be moving from the first one to the last part of the points of the videos. So the first one is the basic data type. So the basic data type of Python. Yes, basic data type of Python. Yes, I'm going back to my second Python file here. Yes, and before I move on, I think I have to say this. And most times. So before moving to the retalk of today, I'm using VS Code and Git Bash. It's I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and I'm using VS Code and Git Bash, and I'm using I think you have to install. Let me check. Here's the session part. This is now about how to start Python. Can you see? Wow, it's loading. Wow, can you see? These are the things, 3 things you need. Let me just think how to. Let me just give you guys a short of what we'll be using in the video. SAP So I talk about, yes, I said the VS Code. Using VS Code for this video, and I don't go deep into that now because this video is just basically for Python. We're using Git Bash. Or if you want to create a special video on how this thing works, or how to install it, or get it up and run on your PC, just leave it down on Python and create a special video on that. And VS Code, Git Bash, and the last one is, I think these are the two major things you need for to get yourself up and running Python program on your system. So yes, this extension part is where you've been installing this is just only what you need. This is an extension from Microsoft, and you see it's just from Microsoft. It's valid with this blue tick here. So when you install these three things, you're going to go with learning Python using your VS Code. So let's move on. I think we're done. It's installed already, and I don't want to disable it because it will keep some stuff on my system or on my VS Code. So yes, I think, yes, let's start. The first point here is what? The first key point we're talking about is data types. Yes, let me just say this now. Most of programming language they have the similar basic data type. Yes, all this, I think if you can watch what I have on my screen, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data types. You have 7 data types of what? Let's say 7 data types of what? 7 data types of Python programming. And some languages might be 8, and some languages might be 9. I think Java, a programming language, is 9 or 8. I'm not sure. I don't really know much about Java, and and maybe I don't know if the future project I'll be working on, the side project I'm working on, will be dealing with Java, because most times when you are choosing programming language to start with, it's always this with which one is best fit for the problem you want to solve. For example, if I did dive into if I want to go full fledged into the mobile apps, I have to go deep into Java very well. So, and I think the first programming language I started was Python. Is it Python? It was okay. I think I started with JavaScript. When I was okay with JavaScript to some extent, I went to what? Python. So yes, I was talking about. Sorry for I was just giving you some little inkling of what I've worked on, so stuff like that. So yeah, this is the type of Python we have here. Yes, we have set, you have list, you have dictionary, you have tuple, you have string, you have integers, you have boolean. So yes, the first one is, yes, these are the basic data type of Python programming we have. Yes, the first one is Spring. Let me start with Spring. Yes, Spring is just like Spring is always described, always declared within a what, a quotation mark. Yes, when you're working on a project, when you see a Python code and you're seeing an air code, like, sorry, I said an air code, I see the quotation mark. The quotation mark is between the value you're seeing, like what you are seeing here. What you are seeing here is called what? Well, it's declared as a Spring data type because of what you are seeing, because of what of the double quotation mark you are seeing. I can like to use a single quotation mark, so it's just the same. So let me just so just watch what I'm doing here. And don't forget, Python is also case sensitive. I'm not sure you know what I mean case sensitive, and let me just tell you what case sensitive means. So the second line here, the second line of code here is declared in lowercase or Spring data type, and the third line of code here is describe in what the uppercase in uppercase data type of Spring also. And if I decide to print out this value, I'll always get a different value. If I decide to print out the names of on the second line, third line of code, I'll get a different value. The Python interpreter works. This is how Python interpreter works. I have declared a variable, like two variables. the first one is on the second line of code. The first one is on third line, is the second line of code, and the second one is on the third line of code. The Python. Let me just give you a little illustration of how it works. What's it called? I can't remember the name. Okay, Paint. Let me use Paint. Yep. Wow. So this here, you can just watch everything here. This is Python interpreter. Python interpreter. Okay, sorry. Let me start again. This is my Python code. Oh my god. See my diagram is crazy. Just let me start again. I think it's cool now. My Python code, and this I think my drawing is funny. This is my interpreter. So funny. And the last one is what's called, the last one is called the bytecode. The bytecode BC. Don't mind my diagram. I just want to give you a little illustration of how Python interpreter works. So, I think this just make to laugh, honestly. So this is my Python code. Yep, this is my Python code, and my Python code. Oh my god, what's wrong with my mouse? This is my Python code. My Python code. So, oh god. So this is my Python code, and this second guy in the middle always do crazy work under the hood, and this crazy work he's doing here is, I'm using E for him because he's a guy. So this second person here is always doing crazy work, like crazy work, a massive work on himself, and so it's always like converting my Python code into a what, one and zeros, because the system of my computer doesn't care what I declare on the first instance here. Doesn't care what I do here. It's always caring about what it gets from the interpreter, which is the Python interpreter. So this is bytecode. Bytecode is just the language that computer understand, which are 0 and 1. The bytecode doesn't care about, is careless about my what if statement, careless about my else statement, careless about my while loop, about my for loop. It doesn't care about other stuff like that. So it's always dealing with this guy in the middle. Interpreter, what does this guy see about this? What got this guy put in his code? Can you just convert it to 1 and 0 for me to interpret, for me to run on my on the PC. So that's just how the stuff work under the hood. If you are playing with coding or stuff like that, it doesn't necessarily has to be Python. I can like to use a C++. I think C++ also has its own compiler too. I think for C++ is called compiler because C++ or C programming is a static programming language. It's different from Python because Python is a dynamic programming language, and I don't go deep into that. I'll create a share video for that too. And I think you understand what I have described here. So let's go back to what we are talking about. So let me just save always save, because most times as a beginner level is always easy to forget what you are dealing with, or when you're coding and doing stuff by yourself. So it's very easy to understand, or sorry, to forget that you've not saved the code before you run it on your command line. So let me just run what I have here. I can decide to. So just watch what I'm doing here. I can decide to yes, I think okay. Let me give this one name 2. Let me give this one a name 2. So just to make it more explicit, my system or my interpreter to understand that I'm talking about second name, which is the uppercase Isaac, and the first one is the lowercase Isaac, and when I run into my systems, I think you can see I'm outside the directory of my folder here, of my directory of my folder YouTube. This just for my YouTube channel, and any video I'll be creating in the future video will be placed inside this folder, or any software I'll be working on will be placed inside this folder. Can you see you have like thousands of projects I'm working on. In the next feature, I'll be dealing with Jargon, I'll be dealing with Flask, I'll be working with Fast APIs, I'm working with a lot of them. So I want you to subscribe to my channel and like my video. So yes, I was talking about, yes, let me just run this too. So when you want to run your code for it for this command line to understand that, you want to interpret a interpret a Python file. You have to declare the name. Declare a name called, declare this name Python as the first on the first step. And what if after declaring your Python, there will be a space in between, and after that space you place your a Python file what you want to run, want to get like the output of what the code that you type inside your Python file. You want to run it on your command line. This is how you get it up and running for yourself. So I've typed it already, and let's see what it brings out. Oh my god. So can you understand? Can you see what I'm having here? Yes, I'm having this stuff here because I'm not in the right directory of where my Python file is located. Yes, can you see no file? Let me just give you an ls. So can you see what I have here? Ls here give me what I have in directory. Can you see? If you notice, I don't have any python.py file here inside this directory, and it's just like, wow, is it going to run a Python file and it's not inside this directory? It's not gonna work for you. That's just what my interpreter is telling me. That's what the command line is telling me. So I will just have to seed into the directory of my Python programming file. Right? So can you just watch what I'm typing? Most times when you are dealing with coding software programming, you have to learn how to fast type on your keyboard. So but I'm using my laptop for this video for now. So I'll seed into my Python file, a Python programming folder. Can you see what I have here? Can you see my cursor? So when I seed into it, I will press ls also to know. Wow, can you see? I have my Python. This is the guy I'm dealing with for now to the end of the video. Yeah, this is the guy will always be dealing with now for now. And this is the second guy we have. The TXT file is called the text file. Everything's always encoded in this UTF stuff like that. So I don't know if I've been through it with the Python stuff like that. So yep, yes, I'll be dealing with this guy. Yes, let me just not much talk again. So well, can you see? I'm having like, okay, let me comment out this other guys here. Comment out these other guys, and so let me just print it again. Well, can you see? I have like, wow, this is awesome. So let me comment this out for now. Yes, I said for now. I will comment it later out. I'll comment it later. What's wrong? I'm just so happy to do this video for you guys. I'm so happy to make this video for you guys, my people out there. I'm so happy for making this video for you guys. So can you see the second line of code is the lowercase Isaac, and third line of code is the uppercase Isaac. These two of them are called was Spring. That's called Spring data types. So I said it earlier, I'll be dealing first with with Spring data types, and if I describe it well enough, I will move into the next one, which is the integer. So you see, I can just use a single quotation mark for my Spring data types. I can just use what's it called, use a double quotation mark for my Spring data types. It's just too obvious to see. When you see any kind of stuff inside your code or someone else's code that deals with this double quotation mark and this single quotation mark, you know this data type is declared as a Spring. I think that's just the only way of displaying your Spring data types in your Python code or your Python program. So I'll print it here, and can you see the result I have here? I have the lowercase Isaac and uppercase Isaac. This is the result from the from the second line of code, and this is the result from the third line of code. And I think that's all for now. And yes, let me talk about this now before I move on. And each of these data types here I have here, the 7 data types I have here, they have their built-in method and properties. Yes, I'll talk about it. Let me talk about it now. Each of them has their built-in method and properties. So let me just say it now. I think I have to separate this guy. So I'll separate them. They are guys. I'll separate them. So yes, just watch. I'm typing here. Can you see? But two different guys here. This first guy is called name. The second guy is called name 2. And this first guy is like, wow, I'm in Spring, and the second guy say, wow, I'm also so in Spring, and how it's just too awesome. So, and don't mind me. Wow, I think okay. I said I will talk about the built-in method and properties. Yes, yes. Let me play with this first guy. Let me play with this first guy. Papa case. Let me see if it will work. Wow, it doesn't work. You see, as an attribute. So let me retype it again. It's not working. What's going on? Okay, let me check. Something's wrong. Method. So most times you always have to do with Google. Yes, the first one we need. So most times you always have to do with Google. Yes. You always have to do with Google in your in your programming journey, in your programming language journey, in your programming journey, any one of them. You always have to do with the Google and Stack Overflow in your programming journey. And this why do you have to do it Google? Because Google is like a database that comprises a lot of information, like billions of informations, trillions of informations. Either programming, either any field you are into, or any professions you are into, you can just check it out on Google and give you what the results you're expecting. But as a programmer, as a to defend them very well. The first guy is Google, and I'm hearing the news currently about Stack Overflow getting their AI software out there for software engineers, programmers. So instead of using the ChatGPT, which is trending now, the generative AI tool that's trending now, built by OpenAI, I think the Stack Overflow is getting less traffic nowadays because of ChatGPT. So I think they have come up with a what? They have come up with a new awesome tool, AI product from them, from their in-house. I don't know if it's in-house or a contract or stuff like that, but I'm very sure Stack Overflow have come up with an in-house AI guys that work on this product for themselves, and that's just how it is. And if you want more updates and more tips about any trending topics on this channel or on this or that is going on around the world, that's why I'm always exploring to what subscribe to my channel, like my video, yes, and share with friends. Also share with your friends that are into programming, that want to learn how to program. So let's go back to what we are dealing with. Yes, this is it. Lower, let me, okay, lower. Wow, I think this should work. Let me see if this will work. Wow, it works. Can you see? So I talk about method. So this guy is one of the method used in programming language. One of the methods used in programming language. I think Spring has a lot of built-in methods. There are thousands of them. I think I'll show you earlier. I'll show you again. Can you see thousands or thousands? I think it's not up to thousands, but they are just enormous. You have enormous building method you can use to Spring. I can decide to use. I think I've used what's it called? I've used the lowercase and uppercase. Let me use lowercase also. So yes, so that's, I think you understand what I mean. It has Spring has its own what built-in method and what and properties. So and I've make use of a method here. Method here I make use of here is called what? It's called uppercase function. So this uppercase function is one of the methods I make use of here. So wow, what's going on? So let me use this guy. Okay, sorry, how to clean this up. So wow, this is one of the methods I make use of, and this is one of the embedded method I make use of. The embedded method for a Spring data type I make use of here, the upper function. You can decide call this method, you can decide call this function. This goes with either names you want to use. It's okay by you. So that's just it from my end. Yes, it converted from what initially it was what lowercase. Can you see? It was lowercase. Yes, my data type Spring was this lowercase here. Cleared Isaac. It converted it to what uppercase because of with this building method. So all this stuff will make sense at the end when you are building your web apps or your software application using Python. And let me check out. I think I've used a method here under Spring. Let me check out the properties, some built-in properties inside the Spring data types. So, wow, Spring built-in, okay, sorry, some built-in properties of what? Properties of Spring. Properties. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, can you see? Oh, I think this guy in the first result give me what I want. So, can you see? It can't return the number of concurrents. I don't count. I don't count. What am I looking for? Length. Okay, let me use length. Length. Wow, length. It's length property. I'm looking for property. Yes, can you see? So this index, Spring indexing, is one of the property of what? Of a Spring data type. Let me out to. Oh my God, let's clean this one out. So what I have here is called index properties. The first one was about first one was about method. The second one will be about what? About properties under what? Spring. As we have this same here in Spring, we also have the same. As we have some built-in method with you have some built-in and built-in properties with Spring. You also have likewise also for you also have likewise for list, dictionary, tuple, sets, boolean, and what? Integers. Each of these data types, I talk about 7 data types. Each of these data types has some built-in properties and what? And method or functions. Any name you decide to use. So yes,